As the election approaches, several political figures visited the Madison community last week. Vice President Joe Biden came to the Monona Terrace to fundraise for gubernatorial candidate Tom Barrett. Senator Russ Feingold also visited the University of Wisconsin campus to urge students to vote at the city-county building early, prior to the November 2nd general election. Biden, who arrived in Madison on October 8th, joked that Madison was one of the dullest audiences he had ever spoken to. He also accused Scott Walker, who will be running against Barrett for governor, of falling for the ideology of the Republican Party, or in Biden's words, drinking the Kool-Aid. Feingold, who was on Library Mall the previous day, emphasized the importance of not only student voting, but of voting early. Casting a ballot before Election Day could impact the results of the election, according to Feingold. Later in the week, Feingold and Republican candidate and local businessman Ron Johnson squared off in the first of 3 Senate debates. Feingold pointed to his reputation as a Senate maverick who consistently voted independently, even if it meant against his own party. Johnson countered Feingold's points, saying he was the type of citizen legislator Wisconsin needed in the Senate. As state representatives worked to keep their seat in the next election, one prominent Madison official announced her impromptu resignation from office. Dane County Executive Kathleen Falk will step down from the post she has held for nearly 14 years in April of 2011. According to Falk, she is stepping down for personal rather than political reasons, and her departure leaves the race for her replacement wide open. County Board Chair Scott McDonnell announced Monday he will seek to replace Falk. Last week, Associated Students of Madison leadership announced reformations to the current way student organizations receive segregated fee funding. If the reformations are adopted by this year's session, vital student services and organizations may not need to compete for funding as they have in the past. And in funnier news, the former star of MTV's College Life, Kevin Tracy, may face an $86,000 fine after police busted a party he and his roommates threw at their house on North Brook Street. According to Madison Police Department, the fine was so high because Tracy and his 2 roommates encouraged people to stay and keep partying after the police had arrived. This has been the Badger Herald podcast. This is Adelaide Blanchard reporting from Madison.